You know exactly how this goes. It's New Year's Eve. You're raising a glass, making that promise to yourself. This is it. Starting January 1st, I'm going to the gym. I'm eating better. I'm finally doing this. Fast forward 1 month. The gym membership card is buried in your wallet. The healthy meal plan is forgotten. You're back to your old routine, feeling disappointed in yourself again. Here's what will shock you. You're not weak-willed. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just using the wrong approach. The statistics prove this isn't just your problem, it's everyone's problem. Nearly half of all people, 45%, abandon their New Year's resolutions before January even ends. By March, only 16% are still trying. When researchers tracked people who intended to start exercising, only 42% actually did anything at all. That means more than half never even started. But here's the part that changes everything. The people who succeed aren't more disciplined or more motivated than you. They're just using a different system. Here's what successful people understand that failures don't. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. You think you need to feel motivated before you act. Backwards. Act first, even when unmotivated, and motivation appears during or after the action. That first step out the door for a walk? Excruciating. The walk itself? Usually pretty pleasant. That's the pattern every single time. Before we fix the problem, you need to understand why it happens. There are 5 major reasons people fail, and you've probably experienced all of them. Reason number 1, nobody's watching. When you make a promise to yourself alone, it's easy to break it. There's no accountability, no trainer expecting you, no friend checking in. You can skip a day, then another, then quit entirely, and nobody notices but you. Reason number 2, wrong timing. You set the goal because it's January 1st or your birthday, not because you genuinely want to change right now. You're following tradition, not internal motivation. That's like trying to fall asleep because the clock says it's bedtime, not because you're actually tired. Reason number 3, willpower worship. You think willpower is a muscle that gets stronger with use. Wrong. Willpower is a limited resource that depletes throughout the day. Relying on willpower alone is like trying to drive cross-country on a single tank of gas. You won't make it. Reason number 4, unrealistic expectations. You expect dramatic results immediately. When you don't see visible changes in 2 weeks, you assume it's not working and quit. But real change takes months, not days. Reason number 5, vague goals. I want to get in shape isn't a goal, it's a wish. Without specifics, without planning, without clear action steps, goals remain abstract thoughts that are impossibly easy to ignore. Today, we're tackling that last one, because once you learn to set goals properly, everything else becomes dramatically easier. Goals come in 2 forms, outcome-focused and process-focused. Outcome-focused goals sound like this: lose 10 kilograms, run a 5K race, fit into those jeans again. Process-focused goals sound like this: walk 30 minutes 3 times per week, do strength training every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, eat vegetables with dinner every night. So, outcome goals focus on the destination. Process goals focus on the journey. That difference is critical. It's huge. For beginners, especially people over 60 who are restarting fitness after years away, process goals are superior. Why? Because outcomes take time, sometimes months. If you're only focused on the outcome, every day you don't see results feels like failure. That's demoralizing. That's why people quit. But process goals? You win every single time you complete the action. regardless of visible results. You said you'd walk today. You walked. You won. That success feeling builds momentum. That momentum creates habits. Those habits produce outcomes. How to set goals that actually work. Use SMART, but make it about process. SMART is an acronym: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. You've probably heard of it, but most people apply it to outcome goals. We're applying it to process goals instead. Let's take a common example. I want to start exercising. That's not a goal. That's barely even a thought. Let's transform it using SMART. Specific. What exactly will you do? Not vague concepts like exercise, but concrete actions. Measurable. How will you track it? Numbers, frequency, duration. Not work out regularly, but 3 times per week, 30 minutes minimum each session. Achievable. Is this realistic given your current life? Be brutally honest. Not go to the gym every day at 5 a.m. when you haven't exercised in years and hate mornings. But go to the gym near my house 3 evenings per week after dinner. Relevant. Why does this matter to you personally? Not why it should matter, but why it actually does. Not because my doctor said so, but because I want energy to play with my grandchildren, confidence in my body, and strength to stay independent as I age. Time-bound. When does this start and end? Clear dates create urgency. Your complete SMART process goal. From February 1st to April 30th, I will do the beginner strength routine at the gym near my house every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evening for at least 30 minutes per session. See the difference? That's not a wish. That's a plan. Step 2. Build your action plan and your backup plan. Planning bridges the gap between wanting and doing. But most people only plan for success. Smart people also plan for obstacles. Your action plan. Put every single workout into your calendar like it's a doctor's appointment. Not sometime Monday, but Monday 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m., gym. Treat it as non-negotiable as picking up your medication. Pack your gym bag the night before. Lay out your workout clothes. Eliminate every excuse your future tired self might use. No one knows you better than you do. If possible, link your new habit to an existing routine. Right after dinner on Monday, I go to the gym. This uses an established pattern to trigger your new behavior. Your backup plan. Life happens. You will face obstacles. The difference between people who succeed and people who quit is that successful people have already decided what they'll do when obstacles appear. Use if-then planning. Examples. If I'm running late at work on Wednesday, then I'll do a 20-minute home workout instead of skipping entirely. If I wake up exhausted on Friday, then I'll do a lighter version of my workout, just 15 minutes rather than nothing. If the gym is unexpectedly closed, then I'll walk briskly for 30 minutes around my neighborhood. If I'm completely unmotivated on Monday, then I'll tell myself I only have to go for 10 minutes, and if I still want to leave after 10 minutes, I can. This mental preparation is powerful. When the obstacle appears, you don't have to think or decide. You already know what you're doing. Step 3. Focus on process and sensation, not just outcomes. Here's where most people sabotage themselves. They do the work, but then obsess over outcomes they can't see yet. I've been working out for 2 weeks. Why don't I look different? Stop that immediately. Instead, focus on two things that you can feel right now. First, find the joy in the process itself. Every workout, identify something you enjoyed. Maybe it's the music you listened to. Maybe it's the satisfaction of lifting something heavy. Maybe it's simply the quiet time away from household demands. Maybe it's the endorphin rush afterward. There's always something. Find it, acknowledge it. Let that be part of why you come back. Second, record your sensations after each session. After you finish, write down how you feel. This creates a record of wins, small victories that accumulate into confidence. On days when motivation is low, read back through these notes. They're proof that showing up pays off in ways that scales and mirrors can't measure. Having learned this, you now understand the system. So, prove you're not in that 84% who abandon their plans by March. Because the people who succeed aren't the ones with the most motivation or the strongest willpower. They're the ones who use systems that work even when motivation and willpower fade. You're not broken. Your approach was broken. Now you have a better one. The only question is, will you use it?